Big Sexy, Diesel, Oz. We all have our favourite version of Kevin Nash, but which one is best? It's one of those questions you never knew you wanted to know the answer to, isn't it? Well, fear not, ahead of the big man's 60th birthday next year, our very own Michael Hamflett, who's, as you can tell, rather a fan of his, aren't you?
Yeah.
In fact, if you want to know how much of a fan of Kevin Nash he is, look at his little bloody face here when he got to meet him. All right, off you go. I'll take care of it. You nerd. Anyway, Michael has ranked every single stage of Kevin Nash's career. So let's talk about the guy who got in, got rich, tore both quads, and got out. I'm Adam Wilborn from WhatCulture, and these are the many faces of Kevin Nash, ranked from worst to best. Number 20, Master Blaster Steel. Leaving nightclub security behind him to step between the ropes, Nash's height and muscularity, a bit like myself, were enough for WCW to make him one of their Master Blasters. The stint didn't last, and thankfully, neither did our hero's multicoloured mohawk. Look, when a ginger person takes the piss out of your hair, you know you've gone wrong somewhere. Number 19, returning babyface. Right, let's keep this short because it was a bad time for everyone. Reign of Terror and all that. Big Daddy main evented 3 pay-per-views with Triple H and still couldn't take his title. They even chucked Mick Foley in at Bad Blood because the lazy bastards wouldn't bump. Number 18, Punisher. Let's see, he got a haircut, got eliminated from the chamber before everyone had even exited their pods, and then buggered off to take a minor role in Marvel's forgettable Punisher movie. Moving on. Number 17, The Band. You know when your favourite group gets back together for a reunion tour and it's crap? That. Number 16, Oz. Considered one of the most embarrassing gimmicks in wrestling history, and just think what makes that list, Nash's attempts to pull off the whole Wizard of Oz shtick were, not the best idea WCW ever had. Just imagine being the guy who had to tell Nash he was wearing that and losing to Arachnaman. Number 15, the old New World Order. Not exactly a lethal dose of poison, more a sort of gone-off bottle of Calpol you find in the back of your nan's cupboard that then breaks as soon as you touch it. Number 14, WTF. OMG, Kevin Nash, WTF. Thought he was dead, LOL. Not a lot else to say, other than to point out the fact that he wore the exact same clothes as when he attacked Bischoff at the Great American Bash, 1996. Number 13, the face that runs the place. Oh dear, not for the first time and definitely not for the last, WWE fans were left asking, what the hell are you thinking? As this super cool, badass new champion became this smiling geek in a matter of days. And that is coming from me. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh... Number 12. Magic Mike. Big Sexy was a background player in the films that my fiancée watches with worrying regularity, but didn't disappoint with the limited lines he was afforded. Starved of one last run in wrestling since his cinematic turns would provide his actual and substantially less controversial curtain call. Number 11, the money and the power. From commissioner to renegade to top heel to DDP insider ally within 12 months. It's stuff like that that would make even the Big Show tell you, just calm it down a bit. Look, it was just too much for anybody to absorb. Nash was still in good fettle, but was browbeaten by the organisation that was dying all around him. Number 10, Hall of Famer. Suiting a man of his wisdom and sartorial elegance as both an inductor and an inductee, the grey buzz cut and beard reflects his comfort and self-assuredness in the winter of his career. Let's be honest, few who survived the business's grittiest years are aging quite as well. Number 9, Outsider. Now we're bloody talking. For a brief period, the most vital performer in the industry, until he allowed Hulk Hogan to take his place, Nash cajoled fans to buy the shirt in a hilarious takedown of the typical wrestling sales merchandise pitches of old. Him and Scott Hall knew their worth, milked it, and wore it well. Shut up and take my money. Number 8, Paparazzi Productions. Inserted into TNA's X division on the weight of his reputation as a serial burying machine, Nash instead brought the banter, working daft parody matches before forming the legitimately hilarious paparazzi productions with the likes of Alex Shelley, Jay Lethal, and others. Carrying off the demeanour of a man rather enjoying his midlife crisis, Nash's dyed bonnet paired with his favourite polo shirt and, yes, combat trousers was the perfect look for the task at hand. Number 7. Put everything on black. Look at the state of that. An inherently silly gimmick it may have been, but Nash's competence as the cartoon high roller Vinny Vegas was ultimately what secured him the deal that changed his life. Shawn Michaels caught his future best mate working the character on WCW television and found him so hilarious he made inquiries about his details. The rest, as they say, is history. Number 6. The Bodyguard. Yeah, not a great look, but still, a lot better than what half the roster were doing. This was the first indication of how simpatico, fancy word, he was with his mentor cum friend, Shawn Michaels. He was given a hard right hand and, well, little else in those first few months, but still, you wouldn't mess with him, would you? Number 5. Main Event Mafia. Yes, TNA did sometimes make good use of WWE's cast-off in the noughties. Here's proof. Nash's suited and booted Main Event Mafia run paid off years of grief he took for the collapse of WCW. He was deliciously villainous as the group's heavy hitter, and yet still managed to maintain this debonair charm between battles. Number 4. Big Sexy. Oh, be still my beating heart. His lady killer aesthetic was only as believable as he made it, which is to say, yeah, very. He was impossibly cool as the streak-ending World Heavyweight Champion and NWO Pata King following the group's early 1999 reunification. Kevin Nash might not have been the colleague that you wanted, and there's an understatement, but the man jumping in the drink on Spring Break Nitro was the one that everyone needed. Number 3. One Last Time. Be honest, we all lost it when the strains of a lorry nearly blew the roof off the TD Garden at the 2011 Royal Rumble. Yes, we all claimed we wanted to see new talent pushed by WWE, but seeing Nash in full 90s regalia removing Rey Mysterio's head from his body made me feel things I hadn't felt in a long time. I was transported back to a simpler time, a time when diesel power was all that I needed. Speaking of which, number 2. Diesel Power. When he won the Intercontinental title just days after WrestleMania 10, it moved him into mammoth matches for the rest of the year. Electric chemistry with Shawn Michaels matched a rapidly evolving and improving style between the ropes, and it all paid off with him winning the WWE title. The glass smashing during his Royal Rumble entrance came 2 years before Stone Cold Steve Austin's iconic own. Diesel was the only other performer cool enough to pull it off. Number 1. The original tweener. Diesel's late 95, early 96 run foreshadowed his own industry-changing NWO run and the edge the audiences loved so much about the heelish Stone Cold Steve Austin later that year. Put simply, he broke the mold. Nash even made the gimmick work for him and flog bloody gloves. Big Daddy Cool pledged to only slap hands with those sporting his merchandise. How can you not love the guy? So there you have it, the many faces of Kevin Nash ranked from worst to best. Who knew there were so many? I got so excited about to change my top. But anyway, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, you want to read the whole article perhaps, you can check it out at WhatCulture.com, written by our very own Michael Hamflett. In fact, Michael Hamflett is here right now. You wrote the list. Yeah. Do you think I did a good job? Yeah, I thought I did a pretty good job, to be perfectly honest. Who, out of interest, out of all the many faces of Kevin Nash, who was your favourite? I bet I know who it was. I bet, looking at you, look at the absolute state of him, it's going to be Oz. I bet it's Oz. I'll tell you what, do you know who my favourite face of Kevin Nash is? Is that time when he tore both quads and looked like an absolute dick. Ruined the NWO, all his fault. Anyway, my thanks to Michael Hamflett for writing the list that I presented so much better than you wrote it, to be perfect. In fact, one more time, too sweet growing, you f***ing loser. Look at him, bloody Kevin Nash for life and all that. What an arse he is. So thanks for watching. I've been, oh God! Oh no! Oh! I'm so sorry, Michael. I'm sorry for taking credit for your hard work. I feel sick. Oh no. what am I doing? Oh yeah, follow him on Twitter. Oh, I'm gonna be sick. At Michael Hamflet. Follow me on Twitter at Adam Wilborn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. Don't forget to let us know your thoughts. Oh, your favourite Kevin Nash in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And you can check out more of our recent videos here. Thanks for watching. I've been Adam from WhatCulture, and I'll see you soon. I can't get up. How do you know if you've torn both quads?